Let's face it, excuses have a pretty terrible reputation. Society tends to treat them as the byproduct of laziness, irresponsibility, or simply a lack of moral fiber. But, honestly, why? Why have we come to see excuses as flimsy covers for being slackers or dodging duties? Excuses, I'd argue, deserve a bit more compassion. They're often born from complex struggles, balancing acts, and, believe it or not, a bit of creativity. Let's unpack why there's often more behind an excuse than meets the eye.
Point 1. The impossibility of opting out.
Ever noticed how rare it is that we can just say, "Sorry, not today," without a detailed justification? Many systems we live in, from school to work and social obligations, demand reasons for non-participation. There's pressure to prove we're legitimately unavailable. So when we say, "I'd love to, but I have a prior appointment," instead of "I'm too tired to socialize," or "This looks exciting, but my schedule won't allow it," instead of simply saying "I'll pass," we're just navigating a rigid system that forbids saying no.
When the system itself doesn't leave room for "no thank you," excuses become necessary ways to navigate that. An excuse, then, isn't just a cover-up. It's a social signal, an act of negotiation with systems that leave little room for honest opting out. Point 2. Clues to hidden struggles. Beneath every excuse is often a hidden conflict, like balancing health with work or juggling a personal crisis with social expectations. Saying "I'm exhausted" might lead to judgment, so we use a milder reason, one that's more socially accepted, like "I've got a prior engagement." Instead of condemning excuses, maybe we should see them as clues to struggles or priorities that can't easily be shared. Excuses hint at what's going on under the surface, providing insights into someone's world if we care to look. Point 3. Creative responses to social pressure. Ever notice how innovative some excuses get? "I can't make it because my dog has anxiety," or "my grandma has died again." How about this one? "I can't turn up because I have no more clean underwear." Excuses are a true art form. But why the creativity? Often it's because people feel cornered into conforming, so they craft inventive reasons for why they can't. This creativity isn't about deception, it's about managing expectations. It's a polite way of saying, "I don't want to," without actually risking conflict or judgment. Excuses are the white lies of social interaction, minimizing harm without being brutally honest. Point 4. Boundary setting. Sometimes, excuses act as a barrier, a quiet rejection when a direct one might feel too harsh or wouldn't be well received. When people make excuses, they're often trying to protect their boundaries in situations where a firm refusal could backfire. So, instead of instantly seeing excuses as weak, we could see them as boundary maintenance tools, an effort to protect mental space, energy, and time in a world that constantly demands more of all three from us. Point 5. Sign of system failure. Some excuses shed light on systemic flaws. If a workplace, for example, keeps getting excuses around burnout or low morale, it might be worth examining whether the demands themselves are realistic. Excuses can be the voices of issues that no one is comfortable raising directly. When repeated or widespread, excuses can become a silent critique of an unsupportive structure, drawing attention to the fact that some people simply cannot meet those expectations no matter how hard they try. Instead of feeling angry or disappointed by someone's excuse, consider if you or the system you operate under might be the issue that can't be addressed. In the end, we should view excuses with curiosity, not judgment,
Excuses are rarely just flippant avoidance. They're hints, boundaries, creative solutions, and sometimes the only socially acceptable way people can protect their needs. This video isn't about excusing those who genuinely need to step up. It's about providing a different perspective on the constant criticism of excuses. So, next time we hear an excuse, let's consider that it may be a window into the real struggles people face. After all, an excuse might be a quiet request for understanding rather than a cry of irresponsibility. Thanks for tuning in. If you're ready to stop excusing, start exploring, and dig a little deeper, hit like, subscribe, and share with someone who'll get it. Until next time on School Never Teach.